The gravel road still leads past the broken wooden gate, where mornings smell like biscuits and the screen door never stayed. Grandpa's chair is empty, but it creaks like he's still there, watching over everything with quiet country care. The fields once filled with laughter now are whispering with corn. The barn that held our secrets stands tired and weather-worn. We used to chase the lightning bugs until the night grew bold, believing every summer, man, we never grow old. But time can be a stranger you don't see passing by, until you catch your reflection in a window and wonder why they're only shadows of the old days flickering on the wall. Memories like lanterns that rise and softly fall. They can be touched or carried, they don't belong to now, but they live inside the heart somehow. Yeah, they're shadows, shadows of the old days. I wall on the fence line where we carved our clumsy names. Half the letters faded, but the meaning stays the same. The creek still sings a melody beneath the leaning trees. Somewhere in the distance I can hear us in the breeze. The past becomes a story we tell ourselves at night, a comfort and a warning wrapped inside the light. Just shadows of the old days dancing in the dusk, tasting like the sweetness of forgotten trust. They haunt us when we're weary, they hold us when we're brave, guiding like the paths we never paved. Maybe every echo has a truth we left behind, a gentle little lesson carved into the mind. And even when we wander farther than we planned, those shadows keep reminding us exactly who we are. I close my eyes and I'm a child again. Shadows of the old days fading with the dawn, still they draw a map for me of where I first belonged. I carry them in silence like a promise I can't say. Let the shadows of the old days light my way. The gate swings slowly backward, the morning feels brand new. Yet all the quiet yesterday keeps shining through. We started with a melody we couldn't quite explain, a quiet little heartache running underneath the rain. No chorus and no verses, just a whisper in the dark. But somehow every note we played was speaking to the heart. We sat beside the fire, branches cracked inside. Let the night do all the talking while we simply tried to listen to the rhythm hiding softly in the flame, a fragile, faithful echo in a song without a name. Some dreams don't come with labels, some roads don't have a sign, but if you walk them gently, they still can feel like mine. This is a song without a name, drifting through the shadows like a candle in the rain. No headline, no glory, nothing loud to claim, just a simple truth that lingers all the same. We don't need to call it love or fate or flame. Let it be a song without a name. You smiled in the silence, and the world felt less unkind, like we stumbled on a moment most folks never find. And even if tomorrow scatters everything we planned, this little tune will travel, carried hand to hand. Not every story's written before the end is known. Some hearts learn the verses as they grow. This is a song without a name, soft as distant thunder, humble as a rain. It doesn't promise always, it doesn't beg to stay, but somehow it keeps finding us in quiet little ways. Call it hope or healing, it's different yet the same. We just let it play without a name. One day, someone somewhere might hum it to a friend and feel a kind of comfort they can't quite defend. And maybe they'll be smiling without knowing why. Some songs just have a meaning that passes by and by. The fire fades to embers, but the melody remains. So here's to every story that never makes the stage, to every quiet kindness that outlasts the rage. We don't have to own it, we don't have to explain. Sometimes the truest music has no name. The night grows still and gentle, the stars forget to blame, and somewhere in the distance lives a song without a name. There's a quiet little meadow at the edge of town, where the fences lean like they're slowing down. The river tells a story as it curls and bends, about every soul that passed and never came again.
I walk the same old path where we used to roam. Dust beneath my boots feels a lot like home. Sky is painted silver with the coming night, and every breeze that blows pulls your name to light.
Some roads never end, they only fade, hidden in the choices that we made. Out where the wind remembers, it whispers like a friend, carrying every promise we thought would never end. It holds our quiet laughter, our tears and little dreams. Out where the wind remembers, nothing's ever lost, it only leaves. Know the footsteps of 1,000 years, seeds of hope and seasons filled with fears.
We carved our initials on an old oak tree, believing time was something we could keep.
But life keeps moving soft and strange, teaching hearts how to rearrange. Out where the wind remembers, it hums a gentle tune, drifting through the twilight, dancing with the moon. It gathers all the moments we were too young to see. Out where the wind remembers, they're still right here with me. Maybe every goodbye finds a place to stay, hidden in the shadows of another day.
And every broken prayer floating through the air becomes a part of something always waiting there.
Close my eyes and feel it, the night is singing low. Out where the wind remembers, the past and future meet, like footprints in the starlight on an endless open street. So if you ever wonder where our love might be, out where the wind remembers, it's watching over you and me. The meadow falls to silence, but the wind still carries on, holding every story long after we are gone. The fire is low and the night is white, starlight lamps hanging high. We trade our stories, slow and kind, about the dreams we left behind. The wind knows names we used to say, we carry them so far away. but sitting here, they all feel near, like they never slid from here. All the roads that bent and turned, every lesson softly burned, leads us back to where we started. Not lost, just open-hearted. These are the whispers of the open sky, telling us to live, not just get by. Every mile, every tear we cried, brought us closer to the fire tonight. We don't need answers, we don't need why, just the whisper of the open sky. Ashes glow like memories do, fading slow, but warm and true. We talk of love we couldn't save, and promises we never gave. But here we are, with nothing planned, just borrowed time and borrowed hands. In the quiet, truth feels small, and somehow that explains it all. We chase tomorrow, I'll trend the past, never knowing what would last, till the silence wrapped around us, gentle, deep, and boundless. These are the whispers of the open sky, telling us to live, not just get by. Every mile, every tear we cried, brought us closer to the fire tonight. We don't need answers, we don't need why, just the whispers of the open sky. Maybe someday we'll drift apart, carry this night inside our hearts, but when the world feels loud and wrong, we'll hear this distant quiet song and know we're still the ones we were, just braver now and kinder sure. These are the whispers of the open sky, holding us steady as the hours fly. If tomorrow calls, we'll say goodbye, but tonight let the world pass by. We don't need maps, we don't need signs, just the whispers of the open sky. Fire sinks low, the dawn is near, but somehow everything feels clear. I found a box of papers tucked beneath the bed, words I never mailed, thoughts I never said, pages stained with coffee, corners curled with time, stories from a younger heart, trying hard to draw a line. I wrote them in the midnight, courage felt so small, thinking maybe someday you'd understand it all. These are letters never sent, carry carried by the wind, holding all the questions that I kept within. Every line was honest, every tear was true, but I was scared of losing what I thought I knew. So I let the ink grow quiet. Letters never sent to you. There's one about the moment I first saw you leave, how silence filled the doorway and I forgot to breathe. Another speaks of promises I didn't understand, trying to be stronger with shaking hands. Somewhere in the margins I wrote what I believed, that love could fix the distance if we just chose to see. These are letters never sent, folded in the dark, keeping all the memories like an ever-burning spark. If words could build a bridge, I'd cross it straight to you. But time has turned those bridges into something new, so I leave them in the shadows. Letters never sent to you. Maybe fate was gentle, not letting them arrive. Maybe we were learning what it means to survive. I whispered to the pages, thank you for the pain, 'cause the heart that wrote those words will never be the same. These are letters never sent, but they set me free, teaching me the parts of love that lived inside of me. I'll keep the lessons close, stitched beneath my skin. Let the past be grateful for where I've been. And tonight I'll let the fire take the letters never sent. The embers slowly flicker, the night begins to bend, and I finally learn that song goodbye don't need to send.
There's a place beyond the noise, past the rush and past the choice, where the night lets hearts unwind and the world moves half as fast as time. We sit close beside the flame, no one needing praise or blame. Silence speaks in simple ways, more than words could ever say. Every breath becomes a prayer, every ember something shared, and all the weight we used to hold starts slipping from our souls. Here's where the quiet teaches, where distant dreams feel close to reach, as we learn to listen, not to win, to feel the world beneath our skin. No grand speeches, no grand speeches, just the truth, where the quiet teaches. We remember who we were before the noise began to stir, heads with pockets full of plans, drawing futures in the sand. Life rewrote a line or two, took some colors, added blue. Yet somehow in this gentle night, the broken pieces fit just right. Every shadow, every scar shows us who we really are. Not the masks we try to wear, but the ones who learn to care. Here's where the quiet teaches, where distant dreams feel close to reach us. We learn to listen, not to win, to feel the world beneath our skin. No loud speeches, no proud speeches, only grace, where the quiet teaches. Maybe wisdom isn't loud, not a throne, not standing proud, just a whisper soft and clear, saying you're allowed to be right here. Here's where the quiet teaches, where the firelight gently reaches. If tomorrow pulls us far, we'll still carry who we are. And when the world again besieges, we'll remember what the quiet teaches. The embers fade, but in their glow, we leave lighter than we know.